Welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna give you 50 sunset tips and tricks. I'll give tips about map mechanics, different agents, everything you need to know before you start playing this map competitively. Big shout out to everybody who submitted their tricks in the Discord server. It really helps making these videos, and if you got any cool tricks, feel free to send them in there, because you have a chance to win a battle pass in the next vid. Now sit back, relax and enjoy, my friends. On the defender side with Cypher, go to the barriers over here, and when they go down, place your cam on the fence. With this cam you get a lot of early info about A main, and of course you can see if the enemies are pushing elbow. But the good thing about this cam is that it's kinda hidden behind the fences, so it might be hard for the enemies to spot this cam. Let's stay on the same spot for another trick you can do, this time with Sage. When the barriers are going down, run forward and place your wall underneath you. When you do this quickly, you can spot enemies pushing A main and get an early kill. Not only that, if you don't see anyone or you can't manage to get a kill, just jump down and you got a nice wall to block off elbow. Now a cool fade trick if you want to push mid on the attacker side. First go to this corner before the barriers are going down, aim just above the middle crack of this hut over here, and then do a jumping octopus throw. And look at that, my friends, your octopus will land on the line in middle. There's not a high chance that the enemies will expect your ability over there. And it spots a lot, so a sneaky way to push mid. Now look at this clip. Yeah! What the heck? How did that work? It's actually pretty simple, and I'll explain how it works after I talked about the way how you can even get more sunset tips and tricks and get the edge over your enemies in every ranked game that you'll play from now on. What? MrLowlander? That sounds unfair. What are you talking about? Well, my friends, I'm talking about the sponsor of this video, Valorant Tracker. On Valorant Tracker you can find tons of statistics about your own account, like how many aces you got, your accuracy, weapon stats, map stats, agent stats, and a lot more. All this info can really help you improve in Valorant, because with this info you can find your strengths and weaknesses. Valorant Tracker has a lot more to offer, and I personally really like the live match data. When you hop into a game you can see all the ranks of your teammates and enemies, and all the stats like their win rate and KDA, and with this info you can prepare yourself so you know for who you have to be careful of. I honestly love that feature, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. You can also find a lot of tips and tricks in the guide section for Sunset, for example. You get an in-game overlay, detailed match history, and way more. So what I would say, try it out yourself and download the app with the link in the description. It's completely free, so why not? And now let's continue with the sunset tips and tricks. So, how did Depjan get this kill over here? It's very simple. On the attacker side, before the barriers are going down, jump on this box over there. You can't really jump on it, so you can ask your teammate to boost you like Depjan, or just use an updraft or something. Then go all the way to the right of the box over here and aim in between the fridge and the wall like this. Now wait till the barriers are going down, and when they go down, shoot your operator shot, and you might get the enemies that is camping before the barrier over here. I know you need a little bit of luck if you want to make this shot, but if you get a kill like this, for sure that the enemies will think you're a wall hacker. Now a simple trick here. Common plant spot on A side is behind this box. So here's the thing you can do with Killjoy. If you go to the wheels over here, you can do a right click throw with your nanoswarm and it will land under the box. By doing this, your nanoswarms will be hidden, so it's a bit harder for the enemies to destroy it this way. Alternatively, you could also decide to use your nanoswarm on the other side, but then there's a bit more space for the enemies to run to if you activate it. So when you're gonna use that one, peek with it. Now let me show you a nice Sage wall. You can place your wall behind the info booth like this, and it will block off middle. But that's not the only thing, my friends. You can stand on your own wall and look over the info booth to see if the enemies are pushing B. A nasty little head glitch spot to catch the enemies off guard. And while we're on B with Sage, when the barriers are going down, place your wall diagonal like this. After that, sneak your way to the corner and aim at the right of your wall. Why is this wall good? Well, for the enemy's perspective, they think, oh, I can just jump over the wall, so I will do that. It might be their first instinct, you know? But when they do that, of course, you'll be their first, and easy peasy kills for you. Now a cool Viper tricky on B. If you want to enter and you got your ultimate ready, place your ultimate so it just touches the gray tiles over there. Of course, you could use your E ability to get a little closer to this goal. When you do this, you got a perfect Viper ultimate setup. Why is this ulti so good? First of all, you can plant the spike, of course, very important. On top of this, you have two air pockets over here, or over here on the boxes if you want to play sneaky peeky. Or alternatively, if you want to stay in your ultimate, you can go back a little bit and hide behind this wall over there. This way your ult doesn't disappear and it's hard for the enemies to find you. A very good ultimate. Try it out, I would say. Something you can't try out anymore, sadly, is this omen glitch, but I want to show it you anyway.
Oh, ultimate reload.
One enemy.
Yup, this spot is just completely broken, but luckily Rito Games fixed it very quickly, so you can't do this anymore. A glitch you still can use, however, is this one. When you play race, you have to look very kindly to a Sage player and ask if he can boost you on the info booth. From here, you gotta use a satchel, then use your ultimate, jump with your ulti, activate your satchel, use another satchel, and then you can get onto the stairs over here. It might be a bit complicated to get here, but when you get here, it's a nasty glitch spot. But of course, probably this will get removed within like a week or something. And the last glitch of this video from Alex, I have honestly no idea how they did this. Yoru with Sage is just a very glitchy combo. But this one will probably also get removed within a week, so I'm not gonna explain it. Back to the real tricks. On the attacker side, if you want to go for an aggressive peek, you could place your Sage wall on this hut when the barriers are going down. Very important detail, make sure that your wall is in front of the prawn over here. Why in front of the prawn? Well, if the enemies are standing on the other side, they won't be able to see your wall. So you can pick up some nice kills in middle. Another cool Sage wall you can use is over here on B side. Just jump and place your wall over here and you can look through the window. Nice way to hold middle, just be careful. It's recommended that the teammate is holding B main, otherwise the enemies might push you from the other side. But when done correctly, easy peasy kills for you. You could also use the window for a jet updraft ultimate combo, of course. Perfect to hold the spike in a post plant. Did you know that with Cypher you can place your tripwires in the cracks on the ground over here? I'm not sure if it's very useful, maybe a normal tripwire is more effective, but it's a cool mechanic, and if the enemies are walking through it, I bet it's harder to destroy for them. Now a Cypher trick that is a bit more useful than the last one. On B side, jump on this box and go all the way to the corner. Aim at the corner of the ledge like you see in the background and throw your cage. When doing this, you create a nice one way if you are standing on top of the stairs over here. The enemies won't be able to see you unless they are crouching. But by the time they are crouching, you already got them, of course. Your aim is good, right? One tip though, you can't just throw your cage on the ledge like this, because if you do that, then your cage is a bit higher and the one way doesn't work anymore. It's a bit too high then. About one ways, another cool one way you can do is over here on middle. You don't need a fancy lineup or anything, just make sure that the arrow is green and voila, you got an easy peasy one way. And another omen one way for middle, clip it in the wall like this and it kinda works if you hit your shots, of course. Jacobus, man, what are you doing? No worries, we all had those rounds. A big tip though, if you make a one way, don't shoot on the legs, but aim a little bit higher. Aim where you think the head will be. Now not a trick, but a tip, a very important tip, especially on this map, check every corner. I think this map has the most amount of red spots from any Valorant map, so you need to check every corner, otherwise this might happen.
Spike down, B.
Just ignore the last kill. Wait, here another red clip. Also, green link gives us 2 tricks for the price of 1. Did you know that you can jump on this box with jet? You probably don't even know where this box is because it's a new map. But now you know that if you find this box, you know you can jump on it and you know you can get a sneaky kill.
Oops.
Alternatively, you could also use your Sage wall over here and look over the boxes. Also a pretty effective trick. If you want to go for an aggressive jet ultimate updraft combo in middle, don't do it like this. Don't strafe to the right, but instead strafe to the left and peek it like this. Why, you might ask? Well, if the enemy is holding mid with an operator, it's way harder for them to spot you if you strafe above the hut, like you see in this clip. Now a nice Yoru line-uppie. If you stand over here next to the info booth, you could aim a little bit to the right of the door over there and use your gate crash. And while we're following this gate crash, you have the time to follow this channel if you like the video, of course. We try to reach more subscribers than Relax My Cat. With your help, one day we might get it. But anyway, your gate crash will end up in A. So you could just hold B like you normally would, and when the enemies are going A, rotate within a second. Now another Yoru tricky. This is not a map specific trick, but just a very clean play that I wanted to show. Look at this.
Oh. One enemy remaining.
Now a trick for the few brimstone mains out there. Don't think I forgot you, my friend. When you plant a spike in this corner, go to middle and stand on the right of this wooden box. Then make sure that the top arrow of your ability thing matches with the plant. A bit like this and voila, you got a perfect Molotov lineup. It takes a while to land, but if you combine it with an ultimate, it's almost an easy peasy win.
Oh, Alan.
Molly! Stim beacon here.
Okay.
And let's do another brimmy trick. This trick you can actually do with every smoker. If you plant a spike in this corner over here, you can go to elbow. And if you hear the enemy defusing, use your smoke on the box. And look at that, you got a nice one way. And this is the end of the video alweer. Thank you so much for watching and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.